So now let's talk about how to calculate L1 and L2 norm in Python programming language using the NumPy package. But before that, let's talk about the theory of them. So here, suppose that we have a vector like this, x1, x2. These are the coordinates of this vector. So x1, x2, all the way up to xk. So for example, suppose that we have a vector like this. So this is an example, -1, 2, and 3. And in order to calculate the L1 norm of this vector, we should calculate the summation of the absolute value of xi. For example, in this example, the L1 norm of vector v is equal to the absolute value of -1 plus the absolute value of 2 plus the absolute value of 3, which is equal to 6. And also, if you want to calculate the L2 norm of vector v, we should calculate the square root of the summation of the absolute value of xi to the power of 2. For example, in this example, it is equal to the square root of the absolute value of -1 to the power of 2 plus the absolute value of 2 to the power of 2 plus the absolute value of 3 to the power of 2, which you can see that it is approximately equal to 3.74. So as we have said, this is the L1 norm of vector v, this is the L2 norm of vector v, and also remember that we can generalize this and we can define the norm with order equals to p. So the norm of order equals to p of vector v is equal to this formula. You can see that the summation of the absolute value of xi to the power of p and the whole term to the power of 1 divided by p. For example, if you want to calculate the norm with order equal to 3 of vector v, it is equal to the absolute value of -1 to the power of 3 plus 2 to the power of 3 plus 3 to the power of 3 and the whole term to the power of 1 divided by 3, which is approximately equal to 3.30. And now let's talk about how to calculate the L1 norm and also the L2 norm of vector v in Python programming language using the NumPy package. So first of all, I should define the vector v. So its coordinates is -1, 2, and 3. And in order to calculate the norm, I should simply use np.linalg.norm. And linear algebra is one of the sections of the NumPy package. And NumPy package has different sections for other stuff. And one of those sections is linear algebra, which is used for doing linear algebra stuff. And I want to calculate the norm function of the linear algebra section. And I should pass v because I want to calculate the norm of v. And I should pass order equals to 1 because I want to calculate L1 norm. That's it. And I want to store the results in a variable, let's say called results, and I want to print the results variable. And if I run the code, you can see here is the output, which is 6, which you can see it is exactly this one. And in order to calculate the L2 norm, I should pass order equals to 2. And if I run the code, you can see here is the output. And if I want to calculate the ord 3, and if I run the code, you can see that it is exactly this one. And now based on L1 and L2 norm and whatever we have learned so far, let's talk about some distances. So first of all, let's talk about the Manhattan distance. So as you can see, for example, suppose that we have 2 points, P1 and P2, and these are their corresponding coordinates. For example, this is an example. You can see that point 1, and this is the coordinates of point 1, 1, 2, 3, and this is point 2, and these are the coordinates of point 2, 2, 2, and 0. And in order to calculate the Manhattan distance, here's the formula in order to calculate the Manhattan distance between point 1 and point 2. You can see that it is the summation of delta xi. And by saying delta xi, I mean x prime coordinates of point 2 minus the x coordinates of point P1. So that's it. For example, in this example, it is equal to 2 minus 1, the absolute value of that, plus the absolute value of 2 minus 2, plus the absolute value of 0 minus 3, which you can see it is equal to 4. But now let's talk about the Euclidean distance. And the Euclidean distance is very similar to L2 norm. You can see that it is the square root of the summation of the absolute value of delta xi to the power of 2. For example, in this example, it is equal to the square root of the absolute value of 2 minus 1 to the power of 2 plus 2 minus 2 to the power of 2 plus 0 minus 3 to the power of 2, which if you calculate all this stuff, you can see that it is approximately equal to 3.162. And also we can generalize this type of distances and we can define something called Minkowski distance, which, for example, it is equal to the summation of the absolute value of delta xi to the power of p and the whole term to the power of 1 divided by p. So this is called the Minkowski distance, or sometimes called the norm p distance. That's it. And for example, in this example, if you want to calculate the Minkowski distance when p is equal to 3, for this example, it is equal to the absolute value of 2 minus 1 to the power 3 plus the absolute value of 2 minus 2 to the power 3 plus the absolute value of 0 minus 3 to the power 3, and the whole term to the power of 1 divided by 3, which if you calculate all this stuff, it is approximately equal to this one. So now let's talk about how to calculate these distances. So this is point 1, so I simply type np.array, and the coordinates of point 1 is 1, 2, and 3. And let's copy this. And the coordinates of point 2 is 2, 2, and 0. That's it. And if I want to calculate the Manhattan distance, I should simply type P2 minus P1, and I should pass order equal to 1. So if I run the code, you can see that here is the Manhattan distance of these 2 points. And if I want to calculate the Euclidean distance, I should pass 2. And if I run the code, you can see here is the result. And if I want to calculate the Minkowski distance, when P is equal to 3, I should pass order equals to 3. And if I run the code, you can see here is the output. Now I really suggest you to watch this video, which is on the screen now.